Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. You know what? Need more stuff doing it. Tripping. 1 second, people. What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Jonah? What's going on with protocol? Yo, it's a cold one out here today, bruh. And it's got a little snow flurries happening right now. Hopefully it don't do nothing because I'm not a fan of the snow. Right? Maybe when I was a kid, I was a fan of the snow because I could possibly get a day off for school. We ain't getting no school. We ain't getting no snow days no more. We grown ass adults now. Ain't no snow days happening, Alvin. Oh man, I'm happy I got this four-wheel drive fixed just in case though. Anyway, I appreciate you guys riding along with me. Man, oh man, oh man. So, if you missed the show last night, you missed a really good show. I suggest after this, you go back and watch the stream from last night. It was good, you know. But right before I went live, they unsealed the Epstein documents, and it was I guess the stuff that was released or the stuff that was disseminated was what you would call underwhelming, very underwhelming. It was stuff that I told you guys we already knew, right? We already knew about Bill Clinton. We know about Alan Dershowitz, right? I think the only name I didn't know about on the list was the dude Tubin, or whatever his name is. You know what I mean? Right? We've been new Novaks. I think that's the only one we didn't know. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, we didn't know about what's his name. What was his name? Glenn Tubin. That's the only one we really didn't know about. David Copperfield was already that was already a thing, right? It was kind of like we knew about it, but we didn't. They just said David Copperfield had been there and all this other stuff. Um, two two names redacted. Wonder who that is. Man, listen. Like I said last night, there's gonna be a bunch of names that's inconsequential to anything. Glenn Tubin, I guess he's a multi-billionaire. You know what I mean? He's a multi-billionaire, and he got some influence, but he not a world changer. You know, I don't think any like real other than Bill Clinton. He was the carrot to dangle out to get people to pay attention to this shit. I don't know if we're gonna find out about any other um, elected official or person a part of the collective, guys. Like I said last night, those tapes, the evidence, some alphabet agency had them, and the reason I said some alphabet agency had them is because I think Epstein worked for an alphabet agency. He worked for some foreign faction. That was his whole job, was to get dirt on powerful people so we can keep them in line. You know, I mean, we really don't know who's on the list just yet. It's and I don't know if we're gonna find out. And like I said, the people that will find out will be people that are inconsequential to anything. Like I said, it's a distraction, guys. It's a deception. It's all smoke and mirrors. I think Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell was the real. I think Maxwell was the real the real brains behind the operation. Like I said before, Jeffrey Epstein, it was her father, Robert Maxwell, was the guy running that honeypot, whatever you want to call it. And saw what happened to him. When he died, she was 30 years old, but he was face down in a puddle in a lake or a river next to his own boat in Italy. I found it hard to believe if she wasn't involved in all this stuff prior to that. She's still here. Epstein gone. She's still here. Insane in the jizz lane. You know what I mean? It's speculative who's on that list. You know, we might find out. Chris Tucker been to the island. I don't know. We pretty sure we're gonna find out. Oh, Kevin Spacey been to the island. You know what I mean? We're gonna find out. I don't know. Dennis Rodman might have been to the island, or you know what I mean. Like we're gonna find out some dumb shit. Charlie Sheen was at the island. There's gonna be some shit like that. Or maybe a couple other bankers. That again are inconsequential to how things run in the world. But I don't under the bus. They always do. But it'll be outrage. People will be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it," and then nothing's going to happen about it. Because although some of these people are inconsequential, they got money, they got influence, they got power. As far as monetary, and they'll be able to, they'll hire some lawyers to get that shit going. Like I said last night, without evidence, yeah, we visited the island, but that was it. We didn't do anything else. We just got massages. Like I said before, massages could be a euphemism for rubbing tugs or something like that. So let's get props. People eat for no reason. You talking? What's going on, Kay? Talking about the illegals. We can't get straight answers on JFK. We aren't getting anything on people in real power. This government is not open or transparent. They hate us. We're their piggy bank. That's a fact. That's how it is. This is all a distraction for something bigger. Who knows what that bigger thing is, right? Who knows what that bigger thing is? I couldn't tell you. Who knows what that bigger thing is? But it's something. There's a distraction, guys, that we don't. Something's going to happen. This is the distraction, but something's going to happen that we're not going to be prepared for. That is going to happen. I guess it's probably going to happen over the weekend, maybe. They put out part of the list last night, and I'm sure some more slow rollout today. We'll get a couple of other names, popular names, we'll say. Speculate on that. Friday we'll probably get something big, maybe, and they'll speculate on that over the weekend, and then some shit gonna go down that we're not aware of. That's just what I think. What I would say is follow the story, be entertained by the story, but don't expect anything from the story. That's how I put it. You want the list to include Tom Hanks? It could very well include Tom Hanks, Oprah. Like I said, influential people. And again, that cop out is going to be, yeah, I've been to the island, but I never touched anybody. I didn't know that was happening. I do believe that a lot of people that probably went to that island were just going to hobnob and rub elbows and be around the who's who of the zoo to try to get, to further their career network. But I think a lot of the people that went to that island also knew what the hell was going on that island and went over there to do some deviant shit. I think some people got caught in some compromising situations over there. Thought they was all gravy. Now they got some 8mm tape of them doing some shit they ain't supposed to do. But yeah, like I said, just be prepared for some event to happen, and don't let the Epstein thing take all your attention away from what's happening around the world. Anyway, so apparently Israel took out one of the I guess one of Hamas's like big leaders with a drone strike the other day. Again, something they haven't been talking about in the news. I forgot his name. Somebody know his name in the chat. Drop it in the chat. I forgot the dude's name, but they knocked out one of Hamas's leaders with a drone strike. And Hamas said they want to get some get back for that shit. They said the war is open after that shit happened. So we're gonna see this conflict escalate now. We're gonna see this conflict escalate. You forgot his name too? Yeah, I forgot his name. Fuck him. But like, yeah, he was a general. Yep, he was one of the generals. I forgot his name. They got him with the drone strike. Now Hamas like, all right, shit, it's up. It's up. So they ready to keep fighting. So that conflict's gonna keep going. It's gonna be some retaliation for that person probably. It's going to get real interesting. It's going to get real spicy. The one thing I really do hope is that the U.S. don't get no more involved than we already involved, and I hope we start to back up. You know, they keep claiming in the news that the U.S. is calling for Al Aurora. Thanks, Jimmy. Al Aurora. Yeah, 2024 definitely gonna be a spicy year, bro. It's already started off to be spicy. But Al Aurora, that's right. But yeah, the United States and a couple other countries talking about they're calling for Israel to cease fire and stop and put an end to the bombing of the Gaza Strip. That's what they're saying. But Netanyahu already told you he ain't stopping until he got full control of that shit. He ain't stopping until he got full control of the Strip. He don't care how he gonna do it. El Aurori, thanks. Yeah, that's right. And I believe him simply because that I think that the initial attack on Israel was allowed to happen. Y'all can fight me on that, but I believe the initial attack on Israel was allowed to happen solely so they could go into the Gaza Strip and take it. Stand down at its finest, huh? Yep. But that's what I think. You know why? Because I think they got that. I think they got that red heifer. I think they got the red heifer. I think they got that red heifer, and they ready to build that temple. And they're gonna build that temple right in the Gaza Strip. Netanyahu already said. He said that the Gaza Strip will no longer be under Palestinian control, which tells me that Israel's going to take control of it. And if any Palestinian want to return home or live on the Gaza Strip, they have to abide by Israel's rules and standards. There's going to be some Gattaca shit going on. It's setting up for global crisis, war on multiple fronts. They won't warn us here outright, so the need is over there. Yeah, it's true. War is a great depopulation method of concocted sickness. Yeah. Like I said, they got that heifer, yo, and they gonna build that temple right there in the Gaza Strip. And if you want to go back to live there, if you're a Palestinian, you gotta abide by Israel's rules and standards. That's how that's gonna work. That's how that's gonna work. Or she'll be homeless. That's the crazy part. But you know, Hotep's been told you about that. Hotep's been told you about that. Anyway, what up, Carlton? Y'all see Kim K responded to my tweet on my video on X. Said she gonna send me a signed copy of the calendar. If I had the Don DeMarco, I hit y'all with the Don DeMarco. I thought that was pretty dope. You know, I thanked her, and you know, and I can't wait to see my calendar. I'll hang it up in the office. You know, I still don't understand all the outrage. You know what I mean? I really don't understand the outrage, considering all of the deviant shit that happened in the world, all this debaucherous shit that's going on in the world. A couple of women in some modest clothes, thirst trapping a little bit. You know, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? They're beautiful women. Why not show their femininity off? And what I mean by that is not how these OnlyFans women are talking about showing off their femininity. You know what I mean? They got some and none of their clothes are revealing except for Riley Gaines, who has on a swimsuit. You know, Riley Gaines had on a swimsuit. She had on a two-piece. Like when you go to the beach or the pool, women got on swimsuits. Women got on bathing suits. One woman had on a one piece. You know, one woman had on she baked a pie and she had on a skirt above the knee, but because she had a cross in the background, it was, you know, it was blasphemous. One lady was linked up on a car with a pair of Daisy Dukes, some heels, and a nice T-shirt. I don't see the problem. They're attractive. They're beautiful women. Why not? You know, it's going toward whatever conservative cause they raise the money for. You know, they're not showing ass and titties. You know, what's the problem? What's the problem? I still don't understand. You know, and I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? But me liking a calendar with some beautiful women in it don't make me less Christian. You know, it don't make me a demon or some shit like that. It's just I'm a man. It's natural for a man to like an attractive woman or attractive women or find women attractive. You know, I wasn't in Kimberly Classic DMs trying to meet up with her. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, really though. You know, this just, I think some people just need to have a little chill. I get it. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. You know what I mean? You know, it's all good. You don't have to partake in it. You don't have to buy the calendar or entertain it, you know. If that's not what you like, you know, if you prefer your women in burqas and hijabs or nun outfits, there you go. You want your woman baggy jeans and shirts dressed like the brat? Shit, that shit attractive too. You know what I mean? Think about it, right? I don't care what nobody think. Back in the 90s, who didn't find the brat attractive? Even her dress in baggy jeans and a t-shirt, the brat was still attractive. She was still a beautiful girl. And everybody could see that shit. Who else? Uh TLC, baggy jeans and t-shirts. Aaliyah, baggy jeans and t-shirts and stuff. They was still attractive. You know? Young men back in the day, young boys back in the day had pictures of them up on their wall. I'm just saying. You know? You want to be outraged by something. Novak said, yeah, a little bit. You want to be outraged by something? You want to find something debaucherous? Go look at Twitch. Twitch allowing their streamers to be butt ass naked on the stream with like censor bars on. You not mad at that? You not tripping about that? Go rail against that. That's something to rail against. Like, wow, Twitch, really? Like, this is what you doing? Funny part is a lot of them people got Eliza Blue out of the paint. Meanwhile, she was doing something about all of the pornography and child trafficking and shit that's going on X. On Threads, I don't know how many times I'm on Instagram and I get some suggested person to follow on Threads, and there's some woman breastfeeding her kid with her titties out. And they not just like you breastfeeding your kid, you butt naked with your titties out. And it's like you using your kid for clicks is an excuse to be nude. You should be upset about that. That should be a problem. Not some conservative women, right? Not some conservative women who are directly counter protesting the quote unquote woke culture and woke ads that is Bud Light and Hershey and all of them. Right, exactly. I'm more worried about that. Now if all of them women was in like thong bikinis, showing their cheeks off, or you know what I mean, or string bikinis where you can see areola and shit like that. All right, I got you. I see the outrage. But they weren't. They weren't. Then you got. I expect women to hate on women. I expect women and gay men to hate on women. Like, for example, the Isabella lady. Isabella, what, DeLuca, is that her name? It's a pretty woman. She got some heavies. She had on a shirt that completely covered her up, but it was a form-fitting shirt. She's attractive. I'm not mad at her. Not mad at her at all. Was it a little thirst trappy? Probably. Probably. But was it just outright just scandalous? No, not at all. I think we worried about the wrong shit. I think we dying on the wrong hills nowadays. We gotta be like Vivek. we got down the right hills. Oh my gosh. We got down right hills like Vivek. Pick and choose. Like I said, the way those girls were dressed, I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. Seen way worse in church. You got women in church who like they holier than thou Christians trying to get the pastor's attention. Just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with a beautiful woman with a nice body with like some form-fitting clothes. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Need to be focused on is what the hell going over in Israel. What's going on at our southern border? Our southern border look crazy. I showed last night a whole city. It's like a whole country marching this way. Like if that horde of people that's making their way across the border, or making their way to our border right now, decided to get violent and rush that shit, there might not be nothing we can do. If they decided like we gonna take that border, there be nothing we can do. That's how crazy it look. They said we international workers. And like I said, though, look, and I always hold this position. Just in case y'all didn't hear me or can't hear me, wait till I get out of this tunnel. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. What is this dude doing? I swear, yo. This dude just switched lanes. Like, so you're not supposed to switch lanes in the tunnel, right? This big fucking tractor trailer switch lanes in the tunnel. Like, he don't know the rules. These new drivers, yo, these new drivers be getting people killed. These new tractor trailer drivers be getting people killed. They don't be following the rules. I be driving up alongside them. They down on their phone like this, driving some fucking 53-foot trailer. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, like I was saying, if you're an illegal immigrant and you come across that border and you don't get caught, more power to you. You gotta go. Yeah, you're supposed to be in the right lane, but you gotta go. You know what I mean? You get caught, you get. It's just what it is. It go with anything. You're a drug dealer and you're out there selling drugs. I mean, you should get caught. You should get prosecuted. But if you don't get caught, you don't get caught. You get caught, you got charged to the game. You know what I mean? But we're blatantly letting them in. They said that they got illegal immigrants sleeping on the police station, and they're free to come and go as they please. What is going on? You got people like openly committing a crime, breaking and entering. Essentially, is what it is, right? Trespassing, whatever you would call it internationally. Oh, here, come sleep on the floor at the police station. You know, if you want to go get yourself something to eat, go ahead, go get yourself something to eat. They getting that Epstein weekend pass treat and shit. Is what they getting. That's what we need to be worried about. But instead, it's a calendar and some women that look attractive and some, modern day clothes, I'll say, and an Epstein client list where we're not even getting the client list or the associate list. Yeah, they didn't work for us. I always said that. You can go back to when me and HJ, and I clipped it. It's on my channels, on my TikTokers everywhere. When me and HJ did that 8-hour stream about the Rittenhouse trial, and we were talking to legal mindset. I said, what y'all gonna do when they make it legal to hire illegals? And people was like, ain't gonna happen. And what just happened? New York just suggested, and I think they might have passed it. I think, or whatever, or got the head nod to allow legal migrants to work illegally here in the United States. And then what I said they're going to allow them to join our army and allow them to fight for their freedom in the United States. Right? Said that shit. Got the receipts. It's on my TikTok and it's on Instagram and shit and Twitter and stuff. TikTok and what happened? I forgot the dude's name. I guess he's the Secretary of Defense or he's one of the, I don't know what the fuck he is. Comes out on national television and suggests that, they want to start an initiative to where as though legal immigrants can come into the military and fight and earn their citizenship. And to replace everybody who left. The left, yeah. 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 It's the new voter base. It's the new voter base. That's incentivized them. The illegals in Chicago get $9,000 in housing assistance, including what they call that shit was $9,000 in housing assistance over 6 months. That's nothing to sneeze at. Over 6 months, right? And I'll say it's nothing to sneeze at because I'm saying this. My mortgage is $1,600 a month. If I got 6 months in mortgage assistance where I didn't have to pay it, oh, thank you very much. Right? Including what they said, including like starter packages, what they call that shit. It was like starter packages or something like that, or it was something crazy. Furniture and everything. They setting them up for real. They moving on up. Like George and Wheezy. Citizens is pissed. They talking about their kids got to go an extra 15 miles to school while a perfectly good functioning school is being used as shelter. And they pissed and they got a lawsuit against the state and the city. All that shit gonna come to a head and nobody's paying attention to it. He paid $5,000 and $6,500 in a year in Indiana. Damn, that's what's up. I wish. Well, come on, $9,000 over 6 months. That's some good shit. $9,000. That's a down payment on a new home. They said they're gonna give $9,000 over 6 months. Oh, and health insurance. Oh, they get free health insurance too. So just be ready for your health insurance rates to go through the roof. So they're gonna get everything for free. The shit that Americans got to go through to get free health care and Medicaid and all that other shit. Hey. Alrighty. You too. The shit Americans got to go through to get assistance and all that other shit. We got to fill out all these paperwork. We got to prove. American citizens got to prove they're American citizens before they get help. You can do a shit ton with $9,000. What's going on, Holden? But American citizens got to prove they're American citizens before they can get any of those perks. That's crazy to me. But you notice how none of this shit started happening until the left got in charge. None of this shit started happening until Nicholas Slick and his administration got in charge. And what Nicholas Slick say, you can go back. It's probably one of my early videos. It might have been the first video I made, maybe third, on my YouTube channel. And I had that clip of Joe Biden saying he was going to allow 11 million illegal immigrants in and give them a pathway to citizenship. He was going to let 11 million quote unquote undocumented citizens into the United States and give them a pathway to citizenship. Look like he's keeping his promise for that shit. He might have rickrolled us on the rest of that shit. But like he keeping his promise with that. And it might not be directly through the federal government, but he's using the state governments to do all the shit. And anybody that bucket, any mayor, just like Eric Adams is finding out, and in some cases Brandon Johnson's finding out, any mayor or governor that buck that shit, that's supposed to be on their side, they finding out who in charge. They finding out who in charge. That's crazy. Oh, man. I tell you guys, 2024, we're gonna be in for it. I hope it's a fucking dud, and it's just a regular year. But I don't know. I think Israel got the red heifer. They really making a concerted effort to get Donnie T out of the paint. They want him gone. They circumventing law and then reinterpreting law just to fucking make it fit for them and to get him out of there. How crazy is that? And I got a feeling if they can't use the legal system to get them out of there and reinterpretation of these laws to get them out of there, they might do some drastic shit. I'm gonna just say it like that. He may no longer be with us before he's supposed to no longer be with us. So he better keep his head on the swivel. They don't got nobody that can beat him. And then when you got RFK in the middle on the libertarian side, he's gonna take a ton of votes away from the Democrats. They fed up. People are fed up. I said it before. Look at the people in Chicago. They ain't got to understand politics, but all they got to do is understand economics. That's it. They don't got to understand politics. All they need to do is understand economics. That's it. And how a fucking pie chart works. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, I'm at work. Apparently, there's a fucking crisis happening. So I gotta go deal with that real fast. Hopefully, it take me 2 seconds. So I'm gonna knock this shit out tonight. After the Hotep's Been Told You podcast, which is on Hotep Jesus' channel on YouTube and Hotep TV on Rumble. Make sure I subscribe to both channels. After the Hotep's Been Told You after party, after the Hotep's Been Told You podcast starts at 8 o'clock, Hotep TV on Rumble, Hotep Jesus channel on YouTube. It's the Hotep's Been Told You after party with me, Ken, and Hotep. And hopefully Jay Pylon, if he can get away from the babies. Hopefully he got his numbers ran for the year. We'll see. See what he got to say. It's gonna be a good time. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out, guys. You want to donate to the channel? Super chats, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Rumble Rants, all that stuff's great. I appreciate you guys. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss.